reports saying that Manny Pacquiao was injured himself in training camp for the upcoming fight July 20th versus Keith Thurman. It's an ankle injury. Don't know what it was. They did a report if it was the left or the right. But let me say this. First, I break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. So I think it's a disservice for not Manny Pacquiao, because I don't believe this is Manny Pacquiao, because Manny Pacquiao is a warrior. He is the GOAT in my humble opinion. I don't believe it does a disservice to this fight, to Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, for somebody in his camp to report or to leak out any injuries. And that goes in both camps, because that don't happen in boxing, especially in the training camp. You cannot leak something out to reporters and then his opponent takes advantage for the lingering injury that he has. And the thing is, you know why I don't like it? I don't believe it is a place in boxing for anybody to talk about their injuries in training camp and then letting their opponent know. I think it was management that did that. I don't believe that Manny Pacquiao, went to the reporter and said, hey, my ankles, it's lingering, so I'm doing okay in training camp. No, I think it does a disservice, because we all know that, let's say, if Keith Thurman beats Manny Pacquiao, we already know, whether you're a hater of Manny Pacquiao, whether you like Manny Pacquiao, whether you're a hater of Keith Thurman, whether you love Keith Thurman, you already know that Keith Thurman is actually in a lose-lose situation in that. If he beats Manny Pacquiao, they're going to say he's 40 years old. Correct? Now, if he beats him in a close fight, but we see that Manny Pacquiao was not moving in the way that we love to see Manny Pacquiao move in the beast mode way, we're going to say, oh, it was the ankle. Because, see, that's what fans is going to hold on to. Especially the Manny Pacquiao loyal fans that don't give a damn about nothing, but it's all Manny Pacquiao. Don't even want to see boxing. I love Manny Pacquiao, I love boxing. That comes first. Love Manny Pacquiao, love Keith Thurman, love a lot of fighters, but I gotta break this thing down unbiasedly and with logically. So, that lingering injury is gonna be on people's minds, and especially, you already know, there is a cloud over Manny Pacquiao, whether we like it or not. There has been a cloud in assessing Manny Pacquiao's fights and things of that nature. And one of the things that it is a negative about Manny Pacquiao's handlers, Manny Pacquiao fans, Manny Pacquiao team, management team, promotional team in the past, that they come with excuses. And I'm not saying it's Manny Pacquiao, because we all know he's a warrior. This is not about Manny Pacquiao. This is about his team. This is about his camp. This is about management. Whoever's running whoever's running things in his camp, because that's very irresponsible to be leaking out some injuries. You all know that the excuse factor. If Manny Pacquiao there's corruption, there's robbery, there's injuries, there's now with this one is going to be age, probably, and injury, depending on the outcome. And that's what it does a disservice to this fight. It does a disservice to Manny Pacquiao. It does a disservice, and mostly it does a disservice to Keith Thurman. And you got to put yourself in his foot. You was a fighter yourself, and then you got all these things that you're not going to get your just due. They're going to be, okay, now if I beat him, they're going to talk about the age, and they're going to talk about the injury. And I think that's what needs to stop with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao don't need no excuses from nobody. Not from his team, not from somebody else's team. Because Manny Pacquiao is the GOAT. He is the warrior. He's the GOAT, in my opinion. It's debatable, whatever. But in my opinion, he's a warrior. He does not need no excuse. And I don't believe that Manny Pacquiao was the one to be like, talking to a reporter, it's my ankle injury, but I'm having a good training camp. No, I don't believe it's Manny Pacquiao that did that. It's an irresponsible somebody that leaked it out in his camp. But there's this excuse enigma around Manny Pacquiao assessing his performances. If like I said, if Keith Thurman beats him, let's say in a close fight, they're gonna say, oh, well, you already know Manny Pacquiao don't move like that. If Manny Pacquiao if it wasn't for his ankle, his lingering ankle, you know he would have been beating him. You know he would have caught him. You know he would have set traps on him. You know he would have, catch him in the corner and things of that nature. Blah blah blah. So then, it doesn't. I believe it's the way that you keep that Manny Pacquiao keeps going, and that's why I said in my other videos, Manny Pacquiao is not going to leave in his terms. He's not going to leave in his terms because he's so much of a warrior. He got that retro warrior mentality. He is not going to leave on his own. That's why if people do want Manny Pacquiao to retire and people do want him to walk away from the sport of boxing, he's going to have to be taken out of the sport of boxing by his opposition. Is it going to be Keith Thurman? We don't know. It might be Keith Thurman. It might be somebody else after Keith Thurman if Manny Pacquiao wins. But we already know that Manny Pacquiao was just not going to hand anybody any torch. He's just not going to hand them their careers and like, here, I'm just going to pity pat my way. No, you're going to have to fight your way. That's why you see Keith Thurman train like an animal and training with a football trainer and have two strength and conditioning coach because this is the fight of his life. This is the dream and things of that nature. And this is a big fight. I like the young line and the old line. I love the fight. I love how they can market this fight and things of that nature. And that's why I'm a little pissed off about that lingering, about that injury report coming out because it doesn't need that. This fight doesn't need no excuse, especially Manny Pacquiao don't want no excuse whether he wins or lose. That's why Manny Pacquiao is a warrior. That's why he is fighting a young gun. He doesn't need any excuse. So I don't like that they reported his injury. They should have kept it in the house. You're going to let a guy, and of course people are going to be like, whoa, it doesn't matter. Keith Thurman ain't, he's still faster than Keith Thurman while he has a busted ankle. Like I said, we're going to break these things unbiasedly. I don't believe it's good for reports like that to come out, especially in the sport of boxing. I believe his team probably, I don't know who in his team, trying to create this excuse. That excuse stuff is the only thing I hate about when it comes around the assessment of Manny Pacquiao. He never loses fair and square or something else, or is an injury and the fighters never get their just due. And if he gets knocked out by Marquez, it's just a lucky punch. It's never like, oh, you know what? And his fans, Manny Pacquiao loyal fans, because I'm a fan as well. But I'm not gonna say when he got knocked out, oh, it was a lucky punch. You know what I'm gonna say? He was a better man that night. A lot of people gonna say, oh, Marquez was on steroids. What I'm gonna say, he was a better man that night. When Manny Pacquiao wins, he was a better man that night. That's just me. That's just me because I love boxing and I respect both men coming into the ring, risking their life for our entertainment. Maybe I don't like them. Maybe I don't like the opposition. Maybe I don't like a guy like Keith Thurman. Maybe I don't like Tim Bradley. Maybe I didn't like Marquez. Maybe y'all don't like Mayweather. But at the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao is not the only one entertaining you. Manny Pacquiao and the other opponent is there risking their life for your entertainment. And sometimes we got to humble our mind and take that into consideration and really respect these guys and what they're doing. So, with that said, I hope y'all subscribe already. I hope y'all, and thank you for the people that's been subscribing and supporting me. Thank you very much, man. I love you, fam, man. I love doing what I'm doing. Man, y'all motivate me every day with y'all comments and things of that nature. Thank you very much, man. Love y'all, my Filipino people. Love y'all, my American people. USA all day. Let me know what y'all think about the video. Let me know what y'all disagree or agree with me. We want this to be fair and square July 20th, right? We want it to be fair and square, no excuse. I don't want Keith Thurman with injury. I want him to come perfect. I don't want to hear no excuse from Keith Thurman camp. I don't want to hear no excuse from Manny Pacquiao camp. I want this to be fair and square, win, lose, or draw. We don't want to see a draw, but whatever it is, I want them to shake hands at the end of the day. Let's go. A great fight for fans. They ain't giving us a dollar. We giving out their dollar. We giving out our time and our dollar at the same time. So let's respect the fighters. Let's respect July 20th. You already know, man. I love y'all. Hit the notification button so you can get when I post my new content, new video. You already know. Pawn drum.